What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I'm Anthony. On today's video, I wanted to show you a piece of gear that needs to be in your vehicle at all times. Stay tuned. So what piece of gear am I talking about? Simple. Every single vehicle needs to have one of these. This is a strap cutter. Now, why do you need to have one of these? Let me show you. All right, so ride along with me here. You're gonna pretend that you're in your vehicle. As you're driving, of course, you are always wearing your seatbelt, all right? Now, you're driving along, doodly-doodly-doo, your kid's in the back seat going, "Daddy, I'm hungry," and you're like, "Shut up, damn it, I just asked you if you wanted something, you said no." So, you're driving along, all of a sudden, bam, you get hit by another vehicle. But this accident isn't like a normal fender bender. This is one that actually makes your airbags deploy. Now, a lot of people don't understand cars these days are not like they were back in the 60s, 70s, or even 80s, all right? You don't have bench seats anymore. You don't have just lap belts. You have shoulder seat belts. And in the 2000s, most manufacturers are starting to go to the SRS system being tied together. SRS being supplemental restraint system, all right? I know this because I'm a master tech. I work on cars for a living. So your airbag deploys, it's going to send a signal to the computer to lock up the seatbelts. When you lock up the seatbelts, a lot of manufacturers are moving to the same explosive device that makes your airbags come out is also in your seatbelt. So it's going to automatically retract as much as it can and then lock. Not going to move after the fact. So when the crash is all said and done with, you could be upside down, you could be in water, you could be in really, bad situations, and you can't move your seatbelt, okay? What are you gonna do? Sure, sometimes you'll be able to just take off your seatbelt via the button. But what happens if you are in this situation where you are hit? Whether from the side, you roll over, and something happens with the frame that gets pushed together. And you can't get your hand down here to actually press that button. You're basically stuck. And you got a kid in the back seat. So you got to figure out a way to get unstuck so you can help your child. So at least see if everything's okay. That is where this comes in. You basically use it, you get behind your belt. I'm not going to do it, obviously. I'm not going to cut my seatbelt. And you make this motion right here. Your belt's off, slice on the bottom part, you're out, you're free. So again, if you're in water, this is going to be a lifesaver. If you are upside down and there's gas leaking, this could be a lifesaver. Hopefully you are never in that situation, but I know, you know what, a lot of people are probably saying, well, I carry my knife on me. It's not a big of a deal. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I carry my knife in my back pocket. So if I'm sitting down, cars scrunched together, if I can't even reach a button, what makes you think I'm going to be able to get in my back pocket? For the last several years, I've been using this, all right? This is a Ruco knife. I think it's like no name. It's made in China, whatever. And I think I got this thing for like 10 or 12 bucks at Sportsman's Warehouse years ago. And it's been riding around in my center console, like I said, for the last at least 5 to 6 years, okay? The reason why I bought this was not necessarily for the knife. It was for this seatbelt cutter and the glass breaker. It's been rolling around in here. Well, for those of you in my inner circle, you know that about 2 weeks ago, I hit a deer in my wife's car. All right, we were driving, we were going out of town, a whole bunch of us, and of course, 7 o'clock in the morning, driving through grass fields, back country road, and all of a sudden, deer just runs right out in front of me. Luckily enough for me, it didn't cause a whole bunch of damage because the deer was it jumped out, then went forward, then tried to jump across the front of the vehicle, and I basically just pushed it. But it wasn't enough to make the airbags pop out, thank God. Insurance is taking care of it for me. We are all fine, so we're good on that point. But I thought about it, I said, wow, I don't have one of these in my wife's car. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give her this one. And I'm getting me one of these, and I'm going to put it in my car at all times just to make sure I have one and she has one. So that's the idea here. You want to make sure that you are going as safe as possible, and if you are in an incident, you can get out of your seatbelt. Thing I definitely have to mention, whenever you're going to put this thing in the car, make sure you put it somewhere that you can grab it with both hands. So put it below the seat, put it underneath your steering wheel, put it on top of the dash, or for me, I put it up here on my sun visor, okay? I just got 2 pieces of 550 cord, put it to the back, and it's right here ready to go. So I can easily just, boom, grab it, do what I gotta do, and I'll be perfectly fine. So if something happens to my right arm, if let's say my right arm's broken, I can still grab it with my left arm, vice versa. Both hands is acceptable or accessible, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and round the video out from here. I do not care what brand you may be using. I'm not trying to use this video to push a particular kind or any kind of link. If you want the one that I have, please by all means click below. There's a link to one I just bought, because that style is the one that was issued to me when I was deployed to Afghanistan. I have that on my body armor, so if I needed to cut my way out of a Humvee, I could absolutely do so. I'm comfortable with that kind, that's why I wanted that kind. If you want to buy one of the $10 ones that OKC makes, please do so. If you want to buy the Ruco Knife, $12 at Sportsman's Warehouse, by all means. If you find something cheaper at Walmart, please put it in there. I don't care. I'm not trying to peddle a brand. I just want to make sure that we are all safer on the roads, all right? There are 37,000 motor vehicle fatalities every single year in this country. That averages out to about 102 people per day. How many of those people are stranded upside down or in the water and they can't get out of their seatbelt and ultimately succumb to the circumstances? I don't want to see anyone do that. I don't want to see anyone hurt. This is the same principle as a fire extinguisher. I hope that you never have to use it, but if you do, you'll be very glad that you have it. That's why I wanted to do a video, to show you the importance of it. I hope I got that message across. If I did, please do me a humongous favor and give me a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later, okay?